Jack. My name is Jimmy Jack. In today's video, I have a bunch of these little things of jute twine that I would like to show you how to make like a little rope out of. So today I'm going to be using dark green, and let's see, we'll use this dark red. I'll call it maroon just to be just to be smart about it. You can make these into anything. I like to use them as necklaces. So what you're going to want to do is grab a length. You want it to be a little bit longer than the size you need it. So I use my head as a reference, and I go about 6 inches larger, 6 to 7, maybe even 8. Once you have the length done, you can just pinch them together right here at the tips and just pull it alongside with the other one right here. As you can see, they both end. Well, this one ends now. So we're going to take our scissors and we're going to cut it. And now you have two of similar but not exactly the same size. Okay, so I've completed getting all three of them to roughly the same size. So what you're going to do is you're going to take all three of them. As you can see, I'm holding them in no particular order. If you want to have them in a specific order, by all means go ahead, but there's no importance as of right now to have a particular order. I do like to keep the darks separated, so I'll go ahead and put my lighter strand between the two darker colors, just because that looks better in my opinion. So now you're just going to take them, you're going to tie them off. Not a very hard task. So now you have this right here. You got your starting point and you have your 3 strands. So if you don't know how to braid, you take anchor it. Obviously it makes it a hell of a lot easier to do it. You take your right strand, swap with the middle, and then you swap it with the left, and then you just repeat that process. Swap the right with the middle, and then swap with the left. And as you can see, you can already start to see that little pattern that's going to be, going all throughout the rope. And you will notice that it will start to tangle like this. So my best advice for that, especially with the longer lengths of trying to make these, take your fingers and just rake through it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut to when I have it fully braided. Okay, so I've just finished the entire braid. As you can see, it's got a pretty interesting little, okay, please focus. Thank you, camera. It is very, very fuzzy. And that is just the standard 3-strand braid. There's a hell of a lot more, and they're even cooler the more colors you add, the more strands you add. And look, even though they were roughly the same size at the beginning, they're completely different at the end. We're actually going to go ahead and tie off that other side. And to make it resizable, an easy way to do it is you just take them and you lay them side by side like that. And you take one of them, loop it around and through, and then what you're going to do is you're going to pull it over the original, or the one that's going around. It's kind of hard to see when they're all the same color, but it's essentially going from here around and back up over this original strand right here, strand 1 and strand 2. It's going over strand 1, and it's going to go into that loop you just made. You may have to make the loop a little bit larger to push the tied end through, and then what you're going to do is you're just going to tighten it down a little. There we go. You only need it tight enough so that it stays in place. This knot will keep it from coming through, so you won't have to tighten it down too much. But in order to keep the friction on, you might want to have it a little bit tighter than just loose, you know what I'm saying? So that's one side. You're just going to do that to the other side as well. If you've made it to this point in the video, first of all, thank you. And second of all, comment how many times I've said because I've said it a lot. Now you're just going to want to tighten them up a little bit, and you've got your size adjuster. All you got to do now is pull them apart like this to tighten it. As you can see, it's a little smaller now, and then you just pull these and you're done. We're gonna go ahead and cut off the tails, and don't cut them too short, because you know the jostles of everyday movements, if you plan on using this as a necklace or a bracelet, will cause these to inevitably fall apart. So what you could do, this is just an example, obviously I'm not going to use Gorilla Glue on it, but it's the same essence. Super glue it and it'll stay forever pretty much. You can take a lighter and just very quickly, you don't want to dwindle on it, and it will smell horrible because it is burning. You'll see that the little hairs are getting singed off. Remember, don't dwindle too long or you will burn the hell out of your fingers and the rope. And the more burnt it is, the less integrity it has. So you can see now it looks a little less frayed, but using the size adjuster, it will just go back. Come on, focus camera. Thank you. It'll just go back to being frayed either way. So as you can see, probably, I don't have the backboard marked, so I don't know if I'm in frame, but I am looking directly at the camera. So this is what it looks like around your neck. I did make it a necklace because I like necklaces, and I did kind of make it a closed circuit, so this doesn't have a clasp on it. It just has a size adjustable back, so that you can just, you know, tighten it to whatever tightness you like. But pretty much that's what this is. Well, that has been all for today. If you liked the video, like, subscribe, comment, share, you know, all that yada yada. In the end, I'm not going to beg. With that being said, Jimmy out.